Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to a new year, 2022. Can you believe it? We are still here talking about all this craziness, so let's get into it. Meghan Markle is going to be creating some serious shockwaves this coming year. A lot of experts are talking about just looking into her past behavior, what she is known to do. And I think one of the biggest signs of that is how she lived her life prior to becoming a royal, when she was an actor, and by marrying Trevor, thinking that this was a man who was going to give her what she wanted in her career as an actor. So she married this man that just looking at the optics of everything and how she left the guy when she found better opportunities, was she really in love with this man? I think she used it as an opportunity, which a lot of women do. Hey, it's a common thing. You're going to use a man to get you to where you have to be. And Meghan, I believe, is no different. And considering the new position that she is in now and the talk that is going on amongst all the different experts, they're looking at Meghan as being someone who is really going to be creating shockwaves this coming year. She is someone who is not going to be pigeonholed into something that is not going to give her what she wants. She's a fighter. And I know a lot of people, they may listen to me saying that and they're like, don't want to hear it. You have to listen to and look at how a person is. Even if you don't want to hear it, this is what she is, and she is going to fight to get what she wants. And I think we have seen her when she even said that whole thing about I was such a fraud. When she was talking on the actors panel, she is going to do things that are going to create so many problems for the royal family. She has gotten to where she is now by not following the rules, because she knows the royal family is just going to let her go do whatever she want to do. Like, they just going to be like, okay, girl, just go do what you going to do. Are they still on the royal website? Has the Queen done anything to discipline them for all of the bad things that they have done? I don't think so. They're saying that she is capable of pulling things out of the hat that create a few shockwaves. She's always been someone who was very tenacious. Her father has even said it. She has a vengeance about her. When she wants something, she's going to go after it. And I think this should be a sign for the royal family to just like, you need to start showing who the boss is. And I think they're trying to not come off as racist, because you know they'll pull out that racist card at any moment. We've heard Harry do it. We've heard Harry pull out the race card by saying that his mom was in love with a man of color. And now look what's happening to him being with a woman of color. Like, they're going to make that correlation whenever there's any pushback against them. So you best be believing the royal family is in an awkward position. But I think if the royal family really is able to show the dissincerity, the disingenuousness of this couple and who they are and what they represent, they can still give some backlash and some pushback and a good smackdown when they know they need to do it. And I think trying to handle them with kid gloves is not the way to do it. It's a big mistake, because she is looking to seriously rattle things for 2022. Look what has already happened. It can only keep getting worse in terms of her behavior and how she's going to pull Harry into being her little sidekick on this adventure of disruption. Kate, we know, is going to be coming up on her 40th birthday, and she is really going to try to use this as a moment to not really be overindulgent and to try to up one on Meghan for her 40th birthday. For one, it's just not her style. She is a very reserved. She's not a woman that's looking to be all in the spotlight and glam me and I'm 40 now, what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna say? Like, trying to really get all hyped up around something that is a big milestone for her. She's not going to do that. And she does not want to make it look like she's trying to up Meghan for what she did when she came on to her 40th birthday. Remember that 40 by 40 thing that she did? Once again, was just not a good thing for Meghan. I don't know why she always does these things that just come off so cheesy and just not good, but it just is her character. And I think, if anything, just keep giving them rope to hang themselves. Okay, here's some more rope. Harry and Meghan, take some more rope, hang yourself. And this could be the strategy behind what the royals are doing. They're just trying to say, look, we know that they're bad actors. They're going to do things to make people upset, and they're just going to allow Harry and Meghan to do what they do. I don't know if that's always a good tactic, but that's what it appears to be. If that's what it looks like, and they're just going to let Meghan and the Harry do what they do, and Kate is going to continue to not try to look like she's trying to one up on them. She's going to just try to downplay it, and make it more family focused, her coming to age as a 40-year-old woman. And I think that's a good strategy, because I'm all about modesty. I'm all about trying to humble yourself and have intentions of doing real good, not trying to overplay somebody for the sake of optics and ego. I'm just not about that. So I think I'm more aligned with how Kate does things than how Meghan has been doing them. Unfortunately, because you would think we would want someone so different and diverse as Meghan to be that shining light in the royal family, but she just blew it. She just blew it. The real end of year honors from Best Anti-Tory Rant, the biggest royal embarrassment. Now, we know Charles was embroiled in this whole cash for honors thing. Andrew has really got things to worry about now that Gisela lady has been found guilty and is getting ready to face around 65 years of prison time, which essentially is a death warrant for her, like a death sentence. She's definitely in a position to want to, I don't know what you're going to say, Gisela. You're going to out Andrew if there's anything to out? We don't know what has happened, but could she say things to help get herself less prison time? That is what I think Andrew needs to be worried about. The whole thing with Prince Charles and his cash for honors, that optic doesn't look good, especially when you're ready, you're preparing yourself to be the next king. Like, what does that look like, that you've embroiled yourself into this controversy? And then Sarah Ferguson, she was the most persecuted royal woman ever. And you know what, Miss Sarah Ferguson? Yeah, and you deserved it. And you deserved it. It's not like people was just making stuff up about you and you like, I'm the most persecuted woman ever. You know, no, you was out skanking around, and so you deserve to be persecuted. You got caught red-handed trying to sell your husband, your ex-husband, like undercover, caught red-handed. This woman has done such bad things. She needs to really come down and humble herself a lot more and not take up for Harry and Meghan and how they're behaving badly. Who are the advisors to these people? Like, do they have any common sense folk trying to give them advice to like what they look like, seeing the stupid things that they say? I don't know. We know about the interview with Oprah Winfrey and the things that have happened this past year with the royals. I mean, where does it go from here? Where does it go from here? I really do not believe that the Queen is going to hand over the reins to Prince Charles. And if she does hand it over to Prince Charles, should he take it? Should he take it? Because now they're saying that Camilla is going to be not princess consort. She is going to be actually the queen because of what the queen has most recently done. What has she done? Well, the queen has elevated Camilla to Royal Lady of the Most Noble Order of the Garter. Yes, this is an accolade that is granted by the queen herself. And the honor is one of the UK's most prestigious orders of chivalry and was awarded to the 74-year-old in recognition for her contribution to the monarchy and country. Now, this is the thing I wanted to say about that. I do see Camilla as somebody who is playing her cards the right way, considering what she has done in the past, being the third person in the marriage of my beloved Diana and Charles. She has been playing her cards right. She has been walking the walk of just like zipping her mouth, walking behind her husband and just doing what she has to do. And I think the queen is noticing this. Is there another reason why the queen has elevated her to this position? I don't know. So writing in the Daily Mail, Robert Hardman said that the order was a strong hint that Camilla could be named queen rather than princess consort. You guys, I don't know what to think about this. I really don't, because She has been doing good. She's been well behaved considering. But look at what she has done in the past. Look at what Charles is embroiled in, this cash for honors. Do you think things are going to pass along to them as king and queen smoothly? Should they even want to have this? Like, I would be really rethinking this if I were Charles. And also considering what Harry and Meghan are trying to do. They are trying to be the royals of America, trying to have an audience of younger people. They're trying to hit more towards those of the younger generations. And then we have Charles and Camilla coming into the crown. What does that look like for Harry and Meghan when they are trying to appeal to a younger demographic, and Charles and Camilla are way up in age with all this scandal behind them? I'm concerned. I'm really concerned, you guys. And the Queen doing this is really hinting at something that I think is going to make Camilla queen. And I just don't know what to think about this. And, you know, I'm feeling a very special kind of way. A very special kind of way. And, you know, Harry coming out with this book. Now, think about this, you guys. How does Harry feel that Camilla is his stepmom, knowing how Camilla and his dad have made his mom feel, who is now dead? The torment they put his mom through, that he is really starting to understand, or he understands fully now, what he didn't understand when he was younger. So what's going to come out in this book? I believe what is going to come out in this book, he is going to be throwing Camilla under the bus. He's going to be throwing his daddy, his papa under the bus. And it's not going to look good when you got this American trying to be royals, throwing the real royals under the bus, with them having already scandal behind them, Charles and Camilla. Are they able to one up the current royals, Charles and Camilla, when that happens? Think about it. What is that going to look like? I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. Legal tricks won't wash anymore. Prince Andrew is jeopardizing the monarchy. Can he save himself? His reputation and his name have been dragged through the mud. It has, and damaging not only to himself but also to the monarchy. So no one can yet answer the questions, definitely because no one other than Prince Andrew and a handful of people really know whether or not he is wholly innocent. Nobody really knows, okay? And the allegations that have been made against him by Virginia, that he abused her sexually in London and New York and on the Caribbean island in 2001 when she was 17, these are allegations that continue to plague Andrew. And he's apparently been shouting at his staff, really upset, not giving people time off, for his lawyers, his team, trying to get this settled. But, you know, can it really be ever settled? I think his name is forever damaged. I think he has definitely done damage to the monarchy at this point. And he is in a position that it's not good. There's just so much bad behind the royals right now because of the family members, the senior members of the royal family. And Prince Edward, I mean, he seems to be doing fine. He's the only one that's not divorced of the Queen's kids. He and his wife are doing well. They keep out of scandal. But they're at the very bottom of the totem pole. I know a lot of you guys are not going to want to hear me say that, but look at it strategically from how people are viewing their actions and what Harry and Meghan are doing over in America. And what Meghan is trying to do, considering everything that she's been doing and what she's going to continue to do for this upcoming year. Like, we have to look realistically at these things, not hate because you don't want to hear it. Meghan and Harry's son, Archie, beat William and Kate's children in the new title for immense influence. Now, look, this is the reason why. And I know Meghan and Harry may try to up that. They're probably going to be trying to put out stories. They probably even put out this story. Like, who is looking at which children upped another child? Like, who's really looking at that? I'm sure Harry and Meghan are, because these are the things that mean something to them. And the only reason I think why Archie has been up a level in terms of searches and influence is because Meghan and Harry have kept him definitely out of the limelight. They've tried to suppress his image, making more people curious about him because there's controversy around what the child looked like. One moment he looked big bone, one moment he looked like he real small. Like, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of like, who is that kid around this child? So that has also brought him this immense influence. I don't know how that's going to fare for him later in life because they want to definitely protect his privacy, but at the same time, perhaps when he is older, he could influence a lot more because they've been so secretive around him. The Queen's blunt divorce warning to William and Harry. The Queen has been like, look, my children have been bad. They're divorced. They've caused issues and problems. William and Harry, don't even think about getting divorced. The Queen is telling them, y'all gonna stay married. I don't care what is going to happen with y'all and the women you picked, but y'all are not getting divorced for the sake of the monarchy. And for Harry especially, this must be hitting him even harder because who really is trapped when it comes to marriage? William, I mean, I think they would stay married anyway because they just seem like a loving couple. But Harry has put himself in a position in the marriage that he was hunted. I don't know if Harry knows, but that woman hunted him. And she caught him. And Harry doesn't know that he's the one trapped because he was the one hunted and caught. The woman, Meghan, has caught her man. She has caught the one that she's wanted to elevate her. And now Harry is talking about his brother being trapped, all while not even knowing and understanding that Harry really, though, you the one trapped. You the one trapped. And so when it comes to not ever divorcing his spouse, the demands from the Queen and everything, he's the one that's going to really be put in a position to never divorce and may want to divorce because of just how he has been put in a position to want to get out. Because then one day he's going to wake up and realize, wait a minute. What? He's going to start remembering all the things that have happened when he was delusional. And he is going to start to see that he is the one that is caged and captured by his own wife. One day he will wake up and realize this. As he matures into his consciousness, so to speak, he will wake up and realize it. And then he'll see and know what the Queen has said about not divorcing, and he can't. And then he'll wake up and realize all along when he was saying his brother is trapped, no, Prince Harry, you're the one who is trapped. Harry influenced by Meghan as Sussex brand breaks away from royal family ideals. So Meghan and Harry appeared to be stepping away from the royal family by targeting younger generations with their brand. This has come from a royal author. So we know that last month, the Great Resignation, which sees people quitting their jobs, prioritizing their mental health and happiness. Remember this? Remember when Harry was like, just quit y'all jobs? I know y'all want to be happy. I know I want to be happy. Just quit and leave. Like I did the royal family. Just quit and leave. But there's a difference. Right? There's a big difference because Harry is a man of wealth, a man who was born into wealth. He has never had to work for anything that gave him the things that he's wanted, his basic necessities of life. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and yet he's going out telling people, just quit your job if you ain't happy. How stupid is that? Just how stupid is that advice? I'm just disgusted by it. Well, anyway, the Great Resignation, like people don't want to work. People don't want to go out and take care of things that they know that they have to because they're putting their mental health first. Well, what happens when you're trying to protect your mental health and the choices you've made to protect your mental health have put you in a situation where you can't pay your bills? Tell me how your mental health is going to be faring then when you suddenly realize you ain't got no money. Because look, Prince Harry, he's going to have money, right? He's going to have his money. But the poor advice he's telling people to go out and quit their jobs is not going to fare well for people in their mental health because they're not going to be able to take care of the basic necessities of life and perhaps their children if they have them. So that was pretty irresponsible on his part to even say anything. Like, Prince Harry need to put a muzzle on this man. Does this man don't know anything about working hard and going out and persevering through hardship? All he knows is to just quit your hardship just to get out of it because your mental health is worth it. And you know, what kind of stupid advice is that? I'm just disgusted with that. Harry and Meghan are going to make it look like, well, we'll be the ones to make it look like we'll give you the things that you need. We'll be your saviors. Quit your jobs, everyone, and we'll use our charity foundation to make it look like we'll be here to help you. And all along, their charity is not there to help anybody who really needs it, but it's there, as I've always said, to help Harry and Meghan get their millions. This is why they have their charity. Don't get it twisted. The fans are furious after a commentator shared his New Year's wish for this Sussex couple. The conservative commentator and GB News presenter Darren Grimes took to Twitter and he wrote, "One of my most passionate hopes and prayers for 2022 is that the world's media finally meets the demands for privacy issued by the shy and retiring royals Harry and Meghan, meaning never have to hear from them ever again." But Mr. Grimes' post prompted a backlash from some Twitter users. So some people didn't want to hear it. And this is why we cannot overshadow the tenaciousness of what Meghan is trying to do, what she is trying to put behind her brand with her husband. They're going to go after it full force. And you can see it by the idiocracy of the people that are commenting on Twitter when this man made this New Year's resolution. This is what some of them are saying. Someone wrote with the handle Daniel Piper 7 replied, "If you could refrain from tweeting about them for at least 5 minutes, which would also be a start." Another Tut Brian wrote, "Set an example then." A third, Ryan Wiltshire 17, added, "Try leading by example. A right to privacy literally means the right to choose what you wish to be released. They can talk about whatever they wish, as is their right to decide what's in the public domain. That's what privacy is. It doesn't mean they have to be hidden." Now, this person got this from Oprah and Gayle, because I remember them specifically speaking about this. They were saying that, yeah, Harry and Meghan said they wanted privacy, but privacy doesn't mean you don't have the right to talk and say things. And I have to push back on this. I really do, because I think if you want privacy, then shut your mouth. That's what privacy means. Shut your mouth so people don't have to talk about what you're talking about. If you want your privacy so much. But this, because it's a contradiction, think about it. If someone says that they want privacy, but yet they come out and say, well, my privacy means that I can just come out and say what I want to say. I just don't want you guys dapping into my life when I don't speak about those things of my life. They're essentially saying, if I'm going to speak out, speak about the things that I'm speaking about. Well, that's what people are going to do. If you're coming out talking about the things that you want to talk about, then people are going to talk about that and they're going to invade your privacy. They're going to invade your privacy to back up the things that you are saying in the public domain. If you want your privacy, then shut up, go live your life with your millions, and no one is going to ever talk about you ever again, ever, ever. Never, 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 ever. Okay, so this stupidness of a quote or whatever they're trying to get by the people and trying to say, well, they still have a right to say the things that they want to say and still have their privacy. No, they don't. No, they don't. If you want privacy, go shut your window and don't peek your head out the window. Because you peeking your head out the window is going to get people talking about you peeking your head out the window. And then they're going to be looking in your window to see what you're doing. Other than that, I've heard a couple things also, that the Queen's lady in waiting, maid of the chamber, she passed away. That is really sad. I'm so sorry to hear that for the Queen. Yet another loss in her life of someone close to her. I think this could be a very, very bad year for the Queen, although it is meant to be a good year because her Jubilee is coming up in June. But we know there's the book with Harry coming out. But the Duke of Kent is coming out with a book to counter, I believe, that of which Harry might come out with. And this is going to be a book that is approved by the Queen. He's going to be talking about royal life, and that's going to be a really good book to really get some insight into things. And I'm hoping it overshadows Harry's book, because Harry is only trying to put out negativity, and the Duke of Kent is going to put out something that's going to be more informative, bring to light a lot of the good work of the Queen, which I think she deserves that, because she's worked hard her whole life. There's a sacrifice involved. And the problem with Harry and Meghan, they don't want sacrifice. They want things the easy way. This is why it cannot be respected. So I just really hope that the Queen and everything that she has done does overshadow the wackadoos over in Montecito and all the people that are just trying to give them their props for the stupid things that they're trying to do in America as royals. It's like, I want to be royal and still use my Duke and Duchess titles. It's absurd. It's absurd. But we'll just have to wait and see. It's the beginning of the year, and we have a whole year of like, let's watch and see what they're going to do. Let's just watch and see, and also highlight the good works that the real hard-working royals and people are actually doing. Okay? I will see you guys in the next one. Peace and love. Bye-bye.